Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips on some different methods and techniques you can do in order to get curly locks. I do have a few videos on a couple ways how you can get curly locks already, so I'll leave those videos down below if you want to check those out. I'm also going to be adding in a few more techniques just so you guys know the different options that you have to make your locks curly. If you're interested, then please keep watching. So the first way that you can get curly locks, and one of my favorite ways when I had locks, was to do Bantu knots. Bantu knots are really dope. They give you a bigger, looser curl for your locks. Not the most comfortable style to sleep in, honestly. When you do Bantu knots, when you have locks, they are a lot thicker than if you were to do Bantu knots on loose natural hair. So because the Bantu knots are going to be thicker, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable to sleep in. Honestly, Bantu knots aren't that comfortable to sleep in regardless. The style result is definitely worth it. I would usually keep my Bantu knots in for a day or two just because I didn't really love wearing the style of just Bantu knots by itself. I would only really need to wait a day or two before my curl would form, and I loved doing Bantu knots with my locks. So if I would recommend any really cute way to curl your hair, it would definitely be Bantu knots. Another cool way that you can curl your locks is by doing a braid out. I do have a tutorial on how to do a braid out and how to do Bantu knots on my channel. Like I said, I will link those videos down below for you guys if you want to check them out. But yeah, so braid outs. I didn't do braid outs as often as I did Bantu knots, but I did definitely still love the style. Braid out gives you more of a crinkly, wavy type of look, and I find that when I would do braid outs, the actual style of the braid out, I would braid my locks all individually, and I would always put it back in a bun, and I would wear the bun for like a good 4 to 7 days depending on how I felt, and then I would take the braids out and I would have little crinkly locks. If you're looking for a tighter curl for your lock, I would definitely recommend doing a braid out. I also feel like my braid outs would last a lot longer than my Bantu knots just because the Bantu knot had a bigger, looser curl, so I feel like after like a day or two, my curls would definitely drop a lot faster than they would when I would do a braid out. So if you're looking for a longer lasting curl, try a braid out. The third method of how you can get curly locks is by using pipe cleaners. I feel like most people in the lock community know about using pipe cleaners to curl your locks, but if you don't, you can use pipe cleaners. Now you know. I don't have a tutorial on that, but I will link a tutorial down below for you guys if you want to know how to do it. But yeah, pipe cleaners is definitely an option. When I first started trying to curl my locks, that is definitely a technique that my mom used to do for me. Or if I would get my hair done at a salon, my hairdresser would sometimes put pipe cleaners in my hair as well. And the cool thing about pipe cleaners is that they give you more of a, what's the word, like a coily curl to your hair. I'll definitely put up some photos of every single curl method so you guys know what I'm talking about, and so you know what the curl would look like if you did try to achieve that. Yeah, pipe cleaners is definitely another solid way for you to curl your locks. Once you do your whole head in pipe cleaners, it kind of forms like this little cute lock fro, if you will, which is pretty cute, and you can rock that for a couple days while you have the pipe cleaners in, and then once you take them out, you have curls. So yeah, pipe cleaners is definitely another option. The fourth way of how you can curl your locks is by using perm rods. And the cool thing about using perm rods for me, I would say, is because there's so many different sizes. So depending on how thick you want the curl, they have a perm rod for that. They have a whole bunch of sizes from super tiny to super thick, so it all depends on you and what size you want your curl to be. But for me, when I had locks, I would usually use like the medium-sized ones because that's the kind of curl that I preferred. I feel like none of these styles are really comfortable to sleep in, except for like, for me personally, for like a braid out, I feel like that was pretty comfortable to sleep in. But perm rods are not that comfortable in your head. Like, it's it's annoying. Perm rods are extremely convenient to curl your locks with, especially if you might be having trouble doing Bantu knots with your locks. It could be a lot easier because you have something specific that you're wrapping your lock around, and then the little tip part where you secure it makes it a lot easier. And finally, the fifth way that you can curl your locks is by using Flexi rods. In my opinion, Flexi rods is the most uncomfortable way to curl your locks or to curl your hair in general. Like, I try to avoid using Flexi rods because they're just so big and thick, and they're just like, they make your head huge. Try using Flexi rods and then wrapping your hair in a scarf, but I have to say that the kind of curl that is created using Flexi rods is definitely beautiful, and it doesn't look the same every time either, which is pretty cool. Depending on the way that you roll your hair in the Flexi rod, how many Flexi rods you use, how many locks that you put on the Flexi rods, it all depends on you. I feel like with Flexi rods, like, they definitely give you, similar to Bantu knots, it gives you a much looser curl, and it makes your hair appear a lot more bouncy and gives your hair a lot more volume. I say that because Flexi rods are long, and because they're long and thicker than using like a perm rod or something like that, you're able to put a lot more hair or a lot more of your locks onto the Flexi rod, with each section being a lot bigger than if you were to use a perm rod. Once you take out the Flexi rod, to have more volume, and your hair is just a lot more full and a lot more bouncy. So yeah, Flexi rods is another cool way that you can curl your locks. I think it's amazing how there's so many ways for you to curl your locks. Locks are very, very versatile. Even though you are limited with some of the styles that you can do, there are still so many ways, guys, that you can achieve a curly look with your locks. I just wanted to share with you guys the different techniques so that you know what is available to you as far as different styles that you can do. Even though I don't have locks anymore and I can't show you the styles on myself, I still thought that this video would be very informative for those of you that have locks that still follow me. I know sometimes, you know, you get tired of your hair being straight, you get tired of putting your hair in a bun, you just want a different look, and I understand that because I've been there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video today. I love you all so much. Thank you for your support as always. Please stay blessed, and I will see you in my next upload. Bye, y'all.